A new turn in the Mahua Moitra case. Darshan Hiranandani actually turned approver and he has confessed to using Mahua Moitra's Parliament login account sitting in Dubai. He's living in Dubai these days. And that would be a dead giveaway as to people will ask how come somebody was given access. First of all, the first mistake is that somebody was given access to what is a very restricted account. Second of all, it is that this has been done from outside of India. How did that even happen? So a lot of other things that are happening, but at the same time, what is this crux of this problem? The crux of the issue here is that Darshan Hiranandani says that Mahua Moitra wanted to become popular quick, and she felt that by taking aim at Narendra Modi that her political star will rise fast. Well, she is right now gone. We have to see when this axe is going to fall on her political career. It is believed that she will be expelled from the parliament, and perhaps there will be a limit on how many years she has to wait before she can recontest elections. But then in Indian politics, anything can happen. So we don't know. But the interesting thing here is, I would be curious to know whether Darshan Hiranandani got that data center bid or not. Because in exchange for turning approver, was there a quid pro quo? Well, we will leave that to the future. We'll find out what happens. Well, here is what he's saying in his letter of confession. I shouldn't say letter of confession, but his letter of affidavit, his affidavit to the authorities. He says that Miss Mahua Moitra was very ambitious and wanted to quickly make a name for herself. Therefore, she started aiming at Narendra Modi, but then she found that this man was very difficult to tarnish, and he said that he enjoyed an impeccable reputation and was not giving any opportunity to anyone to attack him in policy, governance, or personal conduct. Then it looks like she set her eyes on Gautam Adani, trying to equate that Adani and Modi are both from the same state, and therefore there must be some sort of a relationship between the two of them. Now, this has been something that you will see from many other businessmen also. They were not very happy. They were irked by the success that the Adani group was enjoying in bagging so many contracts. We have talked to you about some of the dubious deals there also. We are not going to talk about that for today. Well, what happened was Mahua Moitra knew that Indian Oil Corporation had a long-term offtake agreement with Dharma LNG, a joint venture company of the Adani Group, and not with my companies, my meaning Darshan Hiranandani. Yeah, I'm continuing the letter. This is all the letter. I'm just quoting from the letter. So, based on this information, Mrs. Moitra drafted a few questions that would have elements to embarrass the government by targeting the Adani Group. The question that she could raise in Parliament. She shared with me her email ID as Member of Parliament so that I could send her information and she could raise the questions in the Parliament. And I went along with her proposal. Fair enough. Somebody wants you to give them some information, you do it. I mean, as a competitor, you might have more dirt on Adani than somebody else. Fair enough. She was delighted at the response she received from the first set of questions that I had sent her relating to the Adani Group. She told me that she was particularly happy with the response and support she got from the opposition members and certain sections of the media. She therefore requested me to keep supporting her in her attacks on the Adani Group and provided me her Parliament login and password so that I could post the questions directly on her behalf when required. So it looks like what it was like the questions would already be posed in her name, and just before the questions are going to be taken up in the Parliament, she would probably come with a printed sheet of questions and read them out. And this means that there would be, since she would have not done the research, there would be no follow-up questions, no anything else. I mean, you can see that these are all, paid for questions. That's all I can say. Now, he goes on to allege that she was getting help from other people such as Sucheta Dalal, Shardul Shroff, and Pallavi Shroff, who were also in touch with her and who were feeding her with all kinds of unverified information relating to Sri Gautam Adani and his companies. Now, this is just what is in his letter. I have no idea what he is talking about, unverified information. So we'll have to wait for some time to see how this thing is going to play out. Now, he goes on to say, Ms. Moitra also had frequent interactions with international journalists from the Financial Times, the New York Times, the BBC, and also with several Indian publications. She also received unverified details from several sources, including some claiming to be former Adani Group employees. So, he's trying to give a background of where all her questions may have come from. Then he goes on to say, over a period, my friendship with Mahua Moitra grew. I also felt that through her, I would get support in other states ruled by the opposition because she bonded extremely well with other leaders of the opposition such as Sri Rahul Gandhi, Sri Shashi Tharoor and Sri Pinaki Mishra, with whom also she shared close relations. Importantly, she made frequent demands of me and kept asking me for various favors which I had to fulfill in order to remain in close proximity with her and get her support. The demands that were made and favors that were asked included gifting her expensive luxury items, providing support on the renovation of her officially allotted bungalow in Delhi. This is a big scam, guys. You get this 100-year-old Lutyens bungalow and some of these people go and make it up like it was like a palace and they spend insane amounts of money, not realizing that in 5 years this will be all gone and they'll be forced to vacate the premises. But then people don't, stop doing that. It's not their money, right? Somebody else is putting all the money. So officially allotted bungalow in Delhi, travel expenses, holidays, etc. apart from providing secretarial and logistical help for our travels within India and to different parts of the world. I could ill afford to displease her. Many a time I felt that she was taking undue advantage of me and pressurizing me to do things I didn't want to, but I had no choice because of the aforementioned reasons. Essentially, he is throwing her under the bus. At the same time, he is saying that I had no choice. Since this matter involves me directly and has snowballed into a political controversy with the Parliamentary Privileges Committee and the judiciary also now seized of the matter, I consider it incumbent upon me to state the fact in the public interest through this sworn affidavit. Darshan Hiranandani. What's going to happen, you think? Well, first of all, these committees, if they really are intent on doing their job, will be able to do this thing in a matter of a couple of weeks, and Ms. Mahua Moitra will no longer be a member of parliament. She might even get expelled by the TMC. After all, we know that she was getting too bright, she was shining too brightly, and Madam Mamata Banerjee doesn't like anybody else to outshine her. It's true of many parties, including the ruling party. Who knows? She might get the boot from the parliament and she might also be prevented from contesting. There could be some criminal cases lodged against her, and that might be that will have to be fought out in the court. We have to wait and see how that goes. But basically what this means is that clearly in her ambition to become politically important, relevant quickly, Ms. Mahua Moitra has tread on a few toes, and I think those are now coming back to bite her. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.